Hi, you guys, and welcome back to another episode of Breakthrough with me, your host, Tess Timmons. In Breakthrough, I am examining all sorts of different things. I do podcasting, I'm looking at travel, and I've got a lot of cool ideas I want to share with you. That's why I started my YouTube channel. So today, I want to talk to you about maybe you have a big family event coming up and you want everyone to be able to laugh and enjoy each other's time. Maybe you're a manager or a coworker and you want to bring some fun into the workforce, some playful giggles, right, at the lunchroom table. Maybe you're a teacher. It's the end of the school year. You're trying to figure out what activity to do with your students. Check this out. I created a bingo for my students, and I think it would work for all three of those occasions that I just mentioned. I would definitely make one of these for my family, and I would definitely do this for coworkers or if I was a manager as well. So I did the bingo based on students' input about teachers. So the bingo is going to happen by the students identifying these different things that their teachers are doing. So the students are the ones marking this off, and it's about the teachers. I actually went and I printed two different versions of it so that people are hunting for different things. And I just went on Google and I typed in free bingo template, and that's how I found this. And then I transferred it over to Cami, which is a computer software program where you can write on PDFs and such. And then I saved it and emailed it to myself and then printed it out, right? Those are the technicalities. For my students, what I did was I interviewed them about all of the teachers. Now, I teach all 7th grade English, so I know that my 7th grade English students have 3 different PE teachers that they might have. They have 2 different science teachers that they might work with. They have 2 different math teachers that they might work with. So not everyone is going to see each of these people, but when will they see all of them? At lunch, at brunch, in the hallways, after school. It can still work, right? What I did was I asked my students if they know what tell signs are, or things that people do on an everyday basis. And so I started with the example of myself. I said, what are things that I always do in class? And so at first they were saying, is it open up your Chromebooks, or everybody listen up? And I said, no, those are things we always do. So then I asked them, what are some things that are unique to me that I do that are positive? So one student raised their hand and said, when you come over to check on us, sometimes you tap our shoulder and say, hey, how's everything going? And I was like, I so do that. Or they also said, sometimes when you're waiting for the class to settle down, you might say, oh my gosh, you guys, come on, or oh my God, or oh my gosh, let's get it together. And I was like, I do? I didn't even know I do that. So it's a really fun process because you're hearing what other people see about you, not what you think about yourself, right? So I asked the students about every single teacher that they interface with in their day. And I made sure that these were all very positive things that are happening so that it would be a fun, nice, comfortable game even for the teachers. I also gave a copy of this to administration so that they would understand what we were doing, right? So here's a couple of examples. So for one of their teachers, she drinks a Celsius sports energy drink. So if she happens to be drinking that in your class the day we play bingo, then you can cross it off. And then another teacher, she gives motivational speeches that are a little bit off topic, but still it's a motivational speech for teenagers, right? So if she goes off on a bit of a tangent for 3 minutes on a motivational speech in the class you're in right now, then you can mark it. So that's the key too. It would have to happen that day. It can't be something that you saw last week. You could make this happen in 1 day. You could make this happen in 3 days. It's the last week of school at my school. We have 3 minimum days. So I just dropped this on my students today, and I'm having it only run for 1 day, but you could definitely do this for 2 days. I would not go longer than that, really, because how are you going to decide all of your winners, right? I do have a free space in the middle, just like the regular bingo game, and then they can check off things as well. They can't ask someone did Alvarado do this in your class or whatever, right? They can't do that. They have to actually witness it themselves. So if I were doing a family reunion, I think that this game would be really clever and fun as well. If I were a manager of a company, I would find a delicate way and definitely run it by my HR, but I think this would be fun. It wouldn't be like the TV show The Office. Yeah, I think it would be a fun way to just have a laugh. So I just want to share that with you. I am very creative. I come up with systems all the time in my head. So these are some of the things that I do. If you're ever looking for consultation work or someone to brainstorm with you, think tank with you, you could hire me for that. I'm also a curriculum specialist where I create lesson plans. So if you're a teacher, you can hire me to either come and work with you individually, through Zoom or something, or your school could actually fly me in to go work with your school, work with your district. And then, if you make one of these, I would love to know how it goes. So you could let me know in the comments if you make it. And then also, if you make this in the comments, put what your bingo card was. So my bingo card was saying, oh my gosh, or oh my God. And then my other one was if I tap people's shoulders. There were other things that students said as well, but I had to dwindle it down to 2 because I just wanted to make 2 different versions, right? So thank you so much for listening. Thank you for liking this episode. Thank you for subscribing so that I can continue to do this and ramp up my game. It's really helping me to understand social media, to understand YouTubing, to understand this entrepreneurship so that I can help my students, so that I can be learning this for myself. Like, this is a fun career and I like it. It's been going really cool. It's neat to meet all the different people who are subscribed on my channel, and people have been sending me like DMs, but don't feel nervous to put comments in the comment section as well. So anyway, thank you so much for your time. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.